So the code can be applied to all living organisms, including even viruses. With the same preamble, Prempeh College, the genetic code is non-overlapping. Evans?
The genetic code is non-overlapping, and this means that the genetic code is read in a set of traits such that one member of a pair of codon cannot be found in the next codon. So it is read in a set of traits, and one member of a particular triplet of bases cannot be found in the next triplet of bases.
Yes. Presbyterian boys, with the same preamble. The genetic code has polarity. Otumfo, is that hand up? Go ahead.
This means that the genetic code is hydrophilic in nature, hence giving it polar ends.
That's incorrect. I'm going to let you answer, but next time you ring, when I haven't declared, I'll start deducting. Okay? I hope it's clear. Good. So go ahead.
The genetic code has polarity, and this is because the genetic code is read in a specific direction, and that if the genetic code is read in a different direction, it would code for a different set or sequence of amino acids, and ultimately affecting the protein structure. So when reading the genetic code, we make sure we read it in a separate direction.
Keta. What intermolecular forces are present among PBr3 molecules and why? Bright.
Okay. The intermolecular forces is the dipole-dipole forces. This is because the P2Br bonds in PBr3 are all polar, and then since the PBr3 molecule is unsymmetrical, the bonds polarities do not cancel out, hence giving it a net dipole moment, hence making it a polar compound. And also due to the electronegativity difference between phosphorus and then bromine.
2 out of 3. Yes, it's dipole-dipole, and yes, there's a net dipole moment which you mentioned, but why? It's because of the shape. You have a trigonal pyramidal shape, and that is why. Okay? Prempeh College. What type of intermolecular forces will the molecules of chloroethene possess, and why? Yes, Eden.
The molecules of chloroethene would experience dipole-dipole forces, and this is because the C single bond Cl bond in chloroethene is highly electronegative. This high electronegative difference between the bonding atoms in that bond C and Cl creates a higher dipole moment. This higher dipole moment makes the resulting molecule polar and thus able to associate with its neighboring molecule via dipole-dipole forces.
I will give you one. Yes, it's dipole-dipole, but your explanation, there's something about your explanation. It's the pi cloud of the ClCH double bond CH2 molecules. This is polarized by the presence of the chlorine atom, okay? And so the molecules will possess a net dipole, okay? So I needed you to explain how the pi cloud was involved in all of this, being polarized, okay? Okay. All right. Presbyterian boys. What type of intermolecular forces will be present among the molecules of HCl, and why that type of force? Is that hand up, Otunfo? Go ahead.
The intermolecular forces is dipole-dipole forces. And this is because the electronegativity difference between the hydrogen atom and the chlorine atom is relatively large. And since it's relatively large, and since the electronegativity difference is relatively large, it will make the compound itself polar, hence giving it a net dipole moment.
Yes.
Hence the dipole-dipole.
So you see, 3 different cases of dipole-dipole, but the explanations are different, right? Isn't that interesting? Good. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Find the values of the constants A and B such that the quadratic inequality has the given solution set. I'm going to repeat for you. Find the values of the constants A and B such that the quadratic inequality has the given solution set. So, Keta, ax squared plus bx plus 2 is greater than 0. Has solution set, which is a set of x such that -1 less than x less than 2. Yes, Francisca.
Which one should I do? A is...
Okay, go ahead. That's incorrect. The right answer, A is -1, yes, and B is 1 positive. Can you do something about the sound? All right. Prempeh College, with the same preamble, ax squared plus bx plus 6 is less than 0 has solution set, the set of x such that x is less than -3 or x is greater than 2. Yes, Eden?
A equals -1 and B equals -1.
You are right. Presbyterian boys, your major question with the same preamble. Ax squared plus bx plus 2 is greater than 0 has solution set, the set of x such that -½ is less than x is less than 2. Otumfor.
A is -2 and B is -3.
No, but I'm giving you 2 out of 3. A is -2 and B is +3. Next set, 10 seconds each. Keta, name the particle emitted by a nuclide that decays by electron capture. Bright?
Electron neutrino.
Yes. Prempeh College. Name the particle emitted in the decay of a nuclide by internal conversion. Evans?
A gamma ray photon.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. It's an atomic electron. Presbyterian boys, name the fundamental force that is responsible for beta decay processes. Otumfo.
The weak nuclear force.
Okay. Next set, 10 seconds. Keta. Explain the means by which malarial parasites can be transmitted from an infected person to a healthy person. Yes, Francisca.
Okay. The plasmodium is responsible for malaria, and when the female Anopheles mosquito bites an infected person, it picks up the gametocytes of this plasmodium parasite, and inside it, the sexual stage of the plasmodium parasites occurs, leading to the production of the trophozoites. And these trophozoites are being transmitted from the infected person to the healthy person. When the female Anopheles mosquito bites a healthy person, introducing the trophozoites inside the person.
Anti-malarial drugs kill plasmodium parasites in the blood, but may not kill all the parasites. Why? Eden?
Okay, this is because the anti-malaria drugs, as they are used for a long period of time, these parasites develop resistance against the drugs, and that by the process of natural selections, find means by which they can prevent or act against being killed by this anti-malaria drug. So
that's incorrect. For bonus. Remember that they are killing the parasites in the blood, so that cannot be. That the same parasites are resistant and yet they can be killed in the blood. The reason is that the drugs do not kill the parasites that are inside the liver. When they are in the liver, they are protected from the effects of the drug. Okay? Presbyterian boys. Why was the use of DDT insecticide not successful in eradicating malaria? Otumfo.
So this is because the DDT itself is toxic to the human. So when the DDT is used as an insecticide and when the human is exposed to the DDT, it can lead to further damage of the systems of the human, since the DDT itself is toxic to the human.
I'm not accepting that for a bonus. Of course, DDT is toxic, but that's not the reason. DDT is toxic, all right, but that's not the reason. The reason is that the mosquitoes became resistant to the DDT insecticide. Okay. Next set, 10 seconds. Keta. Hemoglobin is a red compound whose large molecule is made up of a protein portion, the globin, and a non-protein portion, the heme. The heme is a complex comprising iron 2 and 4 unsaturated nitrogen heterocycles linked together. What could be the source of the red color of hemoglobin? Yes, Francisca?
The red color of the hemoglobin is due to the heme parts of the hemoglobin. That's the one containing the iron 2, which forms a complex with the cyanide to form iron 2 cyanide, and this gives the red color.
No, that's incorrect. For a bonus. Okay, so listen carefully. It cannot be iron 2. I'm sure you know what colors iron 2 gives. And so it cannot be the iron 2. So the color must be due to the presence of the 4 unsaturated nitrogen heterocycles, or the porphyrin ring. Okay? That is where the color red is coming from. All right, so now you know why the blood is red. Good. Now, Prempeh College. Palm oil is made up of esters of palmitic, also known as hexadecanoic acid, and stearic, also known as octadecanoic acid. Both of them colorless compounds. So why is palm oil red? Eden?
Okay. Palm oil is red because the components of the palm oil, that's the palmitic acid and the stearic acid, are able to rotate the plane of polarized light. Said that upon rotation of the polarized light, they shift the light to regions having higher wavelength or regions having lower frequencies, corresponding to the red portion.
Oh, no. No, no, no. For a bonus. Okay, so listen carefully, all of you. Eating palm oil every day and not wondering why it's red. You should be curious. Okay, so this is why palm oil is red. Palm oil contains carotenes, which are originally present in the fruit, the palm fruit. It has carotenes. When you extract the oil, the carotenes are also extracted along with the oil and gives it the red color. Isn't that interesting? Yes. All right, Presbyterian boys. Ant hills are common in Ghana, and especially on my campus at University of Ghana, plenty of ant hills. Almost all of them have the brick red color. What could be the source of the brick red color of these ant hills? Yes, Deborah.
This is because the ant hills are made of soil, and this soil could contain iron-containing compounds, which would be used in the making of the ant hill, giving it its red color because of the red color that iron 3+ imparts to its compounds.
2 out of 3. I wanted you to mention the specific compound. Okay, so yes, it is iron 3. It is iron 3 that gives that the color. but it's the oxide, iron 3 oxide. Okay? I'm happy you like this set of questions on red. As you can see, the color of the day is red. All right. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble. This is the preamble. Find the common ratio R of an exponential sequence whose first 3 terms are given by... Did you get your preamble? Again, or you are fine? No response means you are fine. Okay, so Keta, x plus 3, x minus 1, and x minus 3. Francisca?
The common ratio is 1/2.
Yes. Prempeh College. With the same preamble. X minus 2, x plus 1, and x plus 3. Yes, Eden.
The common ratio is 2/3.
You are right. With the same preamble, x plus 1, x plus 3, and x plus 4. Deborah.
The common ratio is 1/2.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds. I have a preamble to all schools. In an excited hydrogen atom, let me start again. An excited hydrogen atom is slightly heavier than a hydrogen atom in its ground state. Find the mass difference between a hydrogen atom in the states with the given principal quantum numbers. In other words, when I get to you, I will give you a pair of principal quantum numbers. And you have to note that an excited hydrogen atom is slightly heavier than a hydrogen atom in its ground state. So find the mass difference between a hydrogen atom in the states that I give you. I hope it's clear. All right, so Keta, n is equal to 5 and n is equal to 9. Bright?
Significantly, the change in mass is significant. Yes. 6.6 times 10 to the power negative 37 kilograms.
No. For bonus. I'm going to hold on to your answer. I'll tell you later, all right? Okay. Prempeh College with the same preamble. N is equal to 2 and N is equal to 5. Eden?
That would be 5.1 by 10 to the power negative 36 kilograms.
You're right. With the same preamble. N is equal to 1 and N is equal to 2. Otumfo.
1.81. Remember this answer. 1.81 times 10 to the power negative 35 kilograms.
Yes, go ahead.
1.8 times 10 to the power negative 35 kilograms.
Yes. All right, for you. For you, your answer, you gave me 6.6. It should actually have been 6.7 times 10 to the power negative 37 kilogram. Rounding off error. Okay? Okay, so that's why. And then for you, you wanted to give me 3 significant figures. No problem, except that the third place, the third significant figure, it should have been 1.82, not 81, times 10 raised to the power negative 35. And so I was accepting either 2 significant figures or 3 significant figures, but each of them had to be right. All right, next set, 10 seconds. Please listen carefully, Keta. How do habitat loss and fragmentation lead to loss of biodiversity? Yes, Francisca.
Habitat loss occurs when species leave their natural home to different places, either by migration or as a result of some natural disasters, they lose their habitat. And when a group of species lose their habitat, it decreases the genetic constitution, that's the biodiversity in the area decreases, since the variety of species in that area will decrease, since some species or group of organisms have left that area or are no longer at the place they used to be. And also fragmentation will decrease the variety of species in a particular habitat, as it also reduces the variety.
I am not accepting it for a bonus. Okay. All right, so habitat loss and fragmentation will result in the breaking up of the habitat into small pieces. This affects the migratory movement of animals, and also it will decrease the genetic exchange between populations. Okay, and that is what leads to the decline in the biodiversity. Okay. Prempeh College. How can the extinction of one species lead to the extinction of another species? Yes, Eden.
Okay. This is because the organisms in an ecosystem interact with each other, and some of these organisms rely on other organisms for food. So, supposing organisms higher up in the trophic level who rely on organisms lower in the trophic level or the energy pyramids or ecological pyramids for their food, if the organisms lower in these energy pyramids or ecological pyramids become extinct, it becomes difficult for the organisms higher up to obtain food, and that leads to their extinction, as the initially ones which they rely on food or resources have become extinct.
2 out of 3. It's the insistence of food that I have a problem with. It's not just food. It's not just food. Okay, so in a native habitat, one species is connected to the other in an intricate network. It may not necessarily be linear, like one depending directly for food. No, in an intricate network, okay? So if one goes extinct, the other species will also go extinct. And it's dependent on the obligatory interactions, right? So if you must necessarily depend on someone and that person is no longer there, then you also are at risk of going extinct. And the typical example I have here is this. So listen to my example. The extinction of a host will cause the extinction of parasites. So in this case, you see, it's not food. It's where it actually lives. You see, so it's a broader thing than what you were telling me. All right. Presbyterian boys, how do exotic or invasive alien species affect biodiversity? Yes, Deborah.
Exotic species reduce biodiversity, and this is because when they enter a new habitat, they have adaptations which can lead to the extinction or driving out of other organisms in that habitat due to competition for the same resources.
2. Yeah, competition is part of it. But what happens is that they actually reproduce very rapidly because they don't have any local enemies, right? When they enter that new environment, they don't have local enemies. So it's not a matter of just bringing their adaptations. They also don't have any enemies. So they are able to outcompete, that's the part you mentioned, they are able to outcompete the native species for food, water, space, and so they are able to spread unchecked, and that is how they do it. All right, next set 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Each school will be given a chemical equation, which may be a redox or a disproportionation to balance. So I'm going to give you an equation, please balance it, a chemical equation. All right, Keta, P4 plus NaOH plus H2O going to NaH2PO2 plus pH3. Bright.
Okay, you have the balanced equation to be
Go ahead.
P4 plus 3NaOH plus 3H2O reacting to give pH3 plus 3NaH2PO2.
You're right. Prempeh College. With the same preamble. K2MnO4 plus H2O going to MnO2 plus KMnO4 plus KOH. Eden.
So, the balance equation is given by...
Please speak up.
The balance equation is given by 3K2MnO4 plus 3H2O moving into MnO2 plus 2KMnO4 plus 4KOH.
That's incorrect.
Which one?
Yes, Deborah.
4K2 MnO4 plus 3H2O going to 2MnO2 plus
No.
2.
You've realized your problem? You've realized it. The right answer is 3K2MnO4 plus 2 H2O, not 3 H2O. 2 H2O going to MnO2 plus 2 KMnO4 plus 4 KOH. Presbyterian boys with the same preamble. MnSO4 plus PbO2 plus H2SO4 going to HMnO4 plus PbSO4 plus H2O. Is that hand up, Deborah? Please go ahead.
2 MnSO4 plus 5 PbO2 plus 4 H2SO4 going to 2 HMnO4 plus 5 PbSO4 plus 8 H2O.
No. Go ahead.
2 MnSO4 plus 5 PbO2 plus 3 H2SO4 going into 2 HMnO4 plus 5 PbSO4 plus 2 H2O.
Yes. Set 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble to all schools. Find the amount invested at each rate of interest. If a man invests, find the amount invested at each rate of interest if a man invests. All right, so Keta, 60,000 Ghana cedis, partly at 9% and the remainder at 6%, and receives a total interest of 4,800 Ghana cedis at the end of the year. Yeah, go ahead. Evans.
The total amount invested at 6% is 1,300.6 cedis, and the amount invested at 9% is 730.6 cedis.
That's incorrect. I'm holding on to my answer. I'll tell you later. But with the same preamble, your major question. 100,000 partly at 10% and the remainder at 15% and receives a total interest of 11,500 Ghana cedis at the end of the year. Eden.
Okay. So you have it to be 1,945 Ghana cedis.
Finish.
1,145 Ghana cedis and 1,915,000 Ghana cedis.
No, that's incorrect. Have I won them already? No. Okay, I'll let you answer, but you have a stern warning next time I start deducting. Go.
70,000 cedis was invested at 10% and 30,000 cedis was invested at 15%.
Yes. With the same preamble. $40,000 Ghana cedis, partly at 12% and the remainder at 8%, and receives a total interest of 4,000 Ghana cedis at the end of the year. Otumfo.
For the 12%, it is 20,000 Ghana cedis. And for the 8%, it is 20,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes. So, Keta, for yours, the right answer was 40,000 Ghana cedis at 9% and 20,000 Ghana cedis at 6%. Last set of questions for the round. 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Total charge Q is uniformly distributed throughout the volume of a sphere of radius R. Please, did you get your preamble? No response means yes. So, Keta, what is the electric potential at distance R/4 from the center of the sphere in SI units? Yes, Bright.
I have a fraction with numerator Q. And then denominator R pi epsilon naught. And then the all in, the unit is volts. And then the unit is volts.
No, for bonus. Okay. Go ahead.
Q
And speak up for me, please. It's
Q
very hard to hear.
over 16 pi epsilon naught R. All of that in volts.
I'm not accepting it. I'm holding on to the answer. I'll hold on to the answer. All right, Prempeh College, with the same preamble. What is the electric potential at the center of the sphere in SI units? Yes, Eden?
0 volts.
That's incorrect for a bonus. Again, I hold on to the answer. Presbyterian boys with the same preamble. What is the electric potential at distance R/2 from the center of the sphere in SI units? Otunfo.
We have. Should I go for this one? This or this? We have KQ all over 4R squared in volts per meter.
I'm not accepting it. All right. So, for this set of questions, Keta, your answer was 47Q over 128 pi epsilon naught R. Of course, epsilon naught is the vacuum permittivity or the permittivity of free space. Okay? For you, Prempeh College, your answer is 3Q over the expression 8 pi epsilon naught R. And then for you Presbyterian boys, it's 11Q over the expression 32 pi epsilon naught R. With that, we've come to the end of the first round.
Alande, make I walk you through my everyday life. Busy from the morning light. My to-do list long, shadow fit to overlap. So sharp, turn on mobile app. School fees check, light bills check. Do I'm with speed like a G4 jet. The other day I am not upset. Check, I don't even use checks to the check. Me, I know they run to get a bill, then I tap and bounce to. Hey, no worries in my mind though. Get a text, new amount in account to.
Cash no
Alande. See my eye gets like I hit the jackpot. Got a quick question for the chat box. What is the nearest ATM spot? New deposit in the cash slot. I be on my modern day new African steez. Digital man, I'm a Q's and P's. The way it's safe and secure to be. Woo, woo. Everyday life, oh, time no they believe me. No long things in my life, oh, like I'm simple and easy. Everyday life, oh, time no they believe me. No long things in my life, oh, like I'm simple and easy.
Easy. Absa, you see how they smile. I dey check my alpha. Oh, internet data finish. Then star 895 hash. Make I count my account.
Every now and again, Goil makes good things happen. This time, Goil has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Goil Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Goil Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Goil Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with Goil Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. Goil has that sorted. Goil, good energy.
Accra College of Medicine is the leading private medical college in the country, seeking to train doctors who are committed to excellence and have the heart power. With the state-of-the-art facilities, small class size and an amazing faculty, we help our students learn better.
My dream of becoming a medical doctor is now a reality because at ACM I am offered the best learning experience.
We are accredited by the National Accreditation Board and the Medical and Dental Council. ACM is affiliated to the University of Ghana with mentorship from the University of Ghana Medical School.
For those who want to pursue medicine, our doors are wide open. Accra College of Medicine is the place to be. Visit www.acm.edu.gh to apply now. Accra College of Medicine, producing the next generation of health professionals.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential. Always listening, always understanding.
I rather your humble servant do my back. And my tightness of cry into the I swear that Matthew 7:7. What's your missa? How the Maya? Papa, to go so. 2020 was a very tough year. 2021 dear mafia. First me talk about Gary Kitwebi. Say the concrete and casa and the medical happy. In the system no my thing. Has been so dear, but me I am a kama. I am young palm, the Miamato. Show me a miracle.
Showering cash with a grand prize of 100,000 Ghana cedis in the Airtel Tigo Tugumisu promo. Top up, do so much more on Airtel Tigo and earn points to win lots of cash. Dial star 500 hash and recharge 5 Ghana cedis to also win data and call minutes.
Airtel Tigo no, my dear.
The end of the first round. Who has 15 points? Prempeh College has 16 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School has 17 points. Four more rounds to go. Round 2. This round is also known as the speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, Presbyterian Boys? Thank you. Yours, Prempeh College. Thank you, and yours, Keta. Thank you. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. But please be really careful, because if you attempt to answer a question and you are unsuccessful, either your answer is incorrect or you are unable to provide an answer in adequate time. Please, I will not settle for any tricks in this round. When you ring, the answer must be forthright. Okay? If you are unable to provide an answer, you lose a precious point. For questions which require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations, you have a maximum of 10 seconds. Best wishes, everyone. First set of questions, 30 seconds each. First one. If A is equal to the expression x plus 1 over the expression 2x minus 1, express the expression 2a plus 1 over the expression a minus 1 in terms of x. Yes, which of you, Deborah?
2x plus 2 all over 2 minus x.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes, Eden.
We have the fraction. We have the fraction with numerator 4x plus 1 and denominator 2 minus x.
Yes. Next one. Find a relation between x and y, given that 2 multiplied by log of x minus 3 multiplied by log of y is equal to 1. Yes, Eden.
We have the expression x squared is equal to 10 over y to the power minus 3.
Okay. Find the domain of the function. Y is equal to square root of the expression 3 minus x. Yes, Otunfo.
X is such that x is a member of all real numbers where x is less than or equal to 3.
Yes. Next set, 10 seconds each. Why is it that jams and dried meats often do not require refrigeration to prevent? Yes, Otunfo, go.
This is because the jams and the dried meat lack moisture. Hence, when there is the presence of any microorganism such as bacteria, since the bacteria or the microorganism is hypertonic to the external solution, it will lose water by exosmosis to the external solution. Hence, the bacteria or the microorganism will not be able to survive. Hence, the jams and the dry
I'm not accepting it. Did you ring? Did you ring?
She's done.
Surely the time has gone. All right. So this is the answer. Enzymes and microorganisms that cause spoilage work best in wet conditions. That's true. So they work best. It's not just the microorganisms, the enzymes as well. Optimal conditions for enzyme action is under the wet conditions. So the dry food is that's better preserved. The sugar in jam reduces hydration by thickening. The thicker the jam, the longer it takes it to spoil. So the juicier the jam, the sooner it will spoil. All right. So this is speed race. Speed race, I'm expecting perfect answers, right? Okay. Next one. Population growth is always finite or determinate. Under what circumstances is population growth maximal? Oh. So you can have infinite population growth when you have unlimited resources such as space, food, shelter, everything is available, unlimited resources. And then also where you have no deaths due to natural deaths. Okay? So 100% resources and no death due to natural disasters. Next one. Why is it important for the mammalian lung never to become completely empty? Yes, Eden. Go.
This is because the lung must contain some amount of air. The air present in the lung is not completely dry, but contains some moisture. This moisture helps to moisten the lung, keeping it fresh and enhancing diffusion. And this air also prevents the lungs from collapsing. The amount of air left in the lungs prevents it from collapsing. and there's some residual volume left in it, ensures that the lungs will not collapse when it is empty.
It's incomplete. All right. All right, so if you don't have the residual volume, and the lungs are completely emptied, the lung tissues will stick together, right? They will stick together, and the energy that you need to re-inflate come. Get me? Okay, and so there has to be some air remaining to prevent the collapse, as you were saying. But it's actually the problem of sticking together, so you need too much energy to be able to re-inflate. Next set, first question, 10 seconds. Give the two main sources that contribute to background radiation we all receive or are exposed to in our environment on Earth. Okay, so there are two main sources. I'm sure you know the first one, but you are struggling with the second one. The first one is cosmic rays, right? So cosmic rays. And the second one is natural radioactivity of certain radioisotopes in the soil. Example is radon, right? Radon, radium, potassium-40. Okay? So two main sources of radiation. Next, sound keeps fluctuating. 10 seconds. Between the molecules of aspirin and paracetamol, two common analgesics, the following functional groups can be identified. Indicate which drug has which functional group or groups. These are 1, ester, 2, amide, 3, phenol, and 4, carboxylic acid. Yes, right.
Paracetamol. Paracetamol.
That can be the answer. Who else rang? Yeah, go ahead, Otumfo.
Paracetamol has the amide functional group. The aspirin has the ester functional group. The aspirin also has the carboxylic functional group, and the paracetamol has the phenol functional group.
Yes. Next one, 30 seconds. A flask contains 0.200 mole of nitrogen gas, 0.100 mole of oxygen gas, and 0.300 mole of argon gas at a total pressure of 240 kilopascal. How many moles of oxygen gas must be added to the flask to raise the total pressure to 300 kilopascal. Yes, Eden?
0.100 mole.
That's incorrect. Did anyone else ring? Did you ring? Go ahead.
0.150 moles.
Yes. Last set of questions, 10 seconds each. First question. Give the ice point on the thermodynamic scale. Yes, Eden.
0. 0. Kelvin.
No, that's yes, right.
273.156 Kelvin.
No. Yes.
273.15 Kelvin.
Yes. Next one. Why is a steam burn more painful? Yes, go ahead.
This is because of the high latent heat of vaporization of the steam, accompanied with the high specific heat capacity of water. So when water is poured on the body, the only amount of heat which is felt as pain is the heat needed to change the temperature of the, whereas when steam is poured on the body, the amount of heat which is felt as pain is the amount of heat needed to convert 0 degrees Celsius. The amount of heat needed to convert the steam to water as the latent heat of vaporization, together with the amount of heat that water will require to change temperature. Hence, a higher amount of heat is released when steam is a higher amount of heat is released when steam is poured on the body than water when hot water is poured on the body.
Yes. Last one for the round. Last question of the round. Last one. Why does a bird perching on a live, Eden?
The potential difference between the feet of the bird and the electric cable is not high enough to cause electrocution or a fatal electrocution of the bird. So the potential difference is small to affect the bird or cause the death of the bird.
Okay. All right. So these last two questions, I have a comment. Those of you listening, you know we've been talking about doing practicals, but these are two very dangerous experiments. So I want to give a disclaimer. Do not try them at home. Don't check at home whether steam burns. Steam burns are more painful than water burns. Please don't do it at home. And certainly don't go and stand on live wires. Okay? Take our word for it. That brings us to the end of the second round.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential. Always listening, always understanding.
The Money Zone, sponsored by Absa Bank, will take effect from the quarter-final stage of the competition. At the quarter-final stage, the final score of each of the schools will be multiplied by 10 Ghana cedis and converted to cash. At the semi-final stage, the final scores will be multiplied by 15 Ghana cedis, and at the grand finale, the scores will be multiplied by 25 Ghana cedis. The Money Zone, sponsored by Absa Bank, will take effect from the quarter-final stage of the competition. At the quarter-final stage, the final score of each of the schools will be multiplied by 10 Ghana cedis and converted to cash. At the
Of the second round. Keta Senior High Technical School has 13 points. Prempeh College has 21 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School has 26 points. Round 3. At stake in this round is the Prudential Life Insurance NSMQ Star. The NSMQ Star is an award that goes to any school that earns a perfect score of 10 points in this round, which has the problem of the day. At the grand finale, the Prudential Life Insurance NSMQ Star is worth 4,000 Ghana cedis to your team. So I hope you'll be working really hard to grab the NSMQ Star. Is that all right? Good. So round 3 has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you will have 4 minutes to present your solution to the problem of the day on the monitors behind you. As mentioned, the problem of the day is worth 10 points. Please rise, face the audience. Now you may pick up the sheets so that we can read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. A rectangular block of wood of mass 0.40 kilogram and density 640 kilogram per meter cubed floats on a liquid of density 980 kilogram per meter cubed. When a piece of rock is placed on top of the block, it floats with its top surface level with the surface of the liquid. Find the volume of the block and the mass of the piece of rock. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin. stop writing, resume your seat. During the round, I have been advised to allow Prempeh College to complete the 15 seconds left. Please, timekeeper, 15 seconds to do whatever you were doing. Start now, please, now. Stop. The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, let's look at the suggested solution from the consultants. This is a problem in physics. So we are told that there is a rectangular block of wood. It has a mass of 0.40 kilogram and density 640 kilogram per meter cubed, and it's floating on a liquid of density 980 kilogram per meter cubed. Now, when a piece of rock is placed on top of this block, it floats with the top surface level with the surface of the liquid. And contestants were to find two things. First, the volume of the block, and then the mass of the piece of rock. All right. So the volume of the block is its mass divided by its density. So you take the volume and it's equal to the mass of the block divided by the density. We know both of these values. So we take 0.40 kilogram and divide by 640 kilogram per meter cubed. If you do that and do the calculation, you should arrive at 6.25 times 10 to the power negative 4 meter cubed. If you are thinking about significant figures and presentation of answer and you went ahead and told me 6.3 times 10 to the negative 4 meter cubed, I would still accept it. And for getting this far, 4 points. Now, when it floats with this top surface level with the liquid, the volume of liquid displaced is just the volume of the block. So the mass of the liquid displaced is equal to the volume multiplied by the density of the liquid. So we take the mass multiplied by the density of the liquid divided by the density, the other density. So we will get 6.25, and I'm using the 6.25 because round off errors, right? So I'll use the 6.25 times 10 raised to the power negative 4 meter cubed times 980 kilogram per meter cubed. You should arrive at 0.6125 kilogram. Okay. This, you have to know exactly what you have found, because this, by Archimedes' principle, must equal the sum of the masses of the block and the rock. It's not just one of them, it's both of them. Okay? So this value is for the mass of the block and the rock. So the mass of the rock, which is what we want to find, is the mass of the liquid minus the mass of the block. We know both now. So we take the 0.6125 kilogram and subtract the 0.40 kilogram, and we should arrive at 0.21 kilogram to two significant figures. All right, so application of Archimedes' principle. All right, so if you are able to calculate for the mass of the liquid, the 0.6125 kilogram, I offered 3 more marks. And then if you arrived at the final answer after applying Archimedes, you get another 3 points, making a total of 10 points. This was the suggested solution from the consultants. Now, contestants, Keta, you were able to calculate for the first part the volume of the block. You were able to calculate for that. That gave you 4 points. And then you went ahead and did the calculation. You did get the 0.61. You rounded it off to 0.62, but you didn't see the value of what you had calculated. You didn't see it. I will still give you the 3 points, giving you a total of 7 out of 10. Presbyterian boys, you calculated for the volume, 4 points. Then you went ahead and calculated for the total mass, right? That is worth 3 points. But you were not able to complete this problem. You set up the equation, but you were not able to complete it. And so you also have 7 out of 10. And this is where my conflict begins, Prempeh College. The reason being, you locked up your screen. And so we had to give you the extra 15 seconds. Anyway, after you were given the time, you were able to produce all the right answers.
As part of measures to ensure a smooth placement of qualified BEC candidates for 2021, the Ghana Education Service, Technical and Vocational Education and Training Service have put in place the following guidelines for the information of parents, guardians, teachers, candidates, and the general public. All senior high schools, senior high technical schools, technical and vocational education training institutions have been placed in 4 categories, namely A, B, C, and D. All candidates must choose their first to fifth choices from schools in category A, B, and C in order of preference. Each choice must have a program and accommodation preference. Candidates and parents should know that category A schools can only be selected once, and category B schools can be selected twice. A candidate can select all 5 choices from category C. Additionally, candidates are to select a compulsory day as 6th choice from category D, or choose boarding school from the list of schools in Appendix 3 as special boarding. Category D represents day school option. These are schools that candidates can attend as day student and must be schools located in the candidate's catchment area. Appendix 3 contains special boarding schools that can be selected as boarding for 6th choice selection. Candidates who wish to offer only technical and vocational education and training programs must select all 6 TVET schools from category A, B, and C as day or boarding. In total, all candidates must select 6 schools. Parents are supposed to supervise their wards in the selection and filling process, sign and submit forms.
Round. At the end of the 3rd round, Keta Senior High Technical School has 20 points. Prempeh College has 31 points. And Presbyterian Boys Secondary School has 33 points. Before we begin the next round, Keta Senior High Technical School would like to effect a substitution. Francisca, it's been a pleasure having you. All the best. James Lutroth. Lutrot. You are welcome, Lutrot. Settle in. We'll begin soon. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School would also like to effect a substitution. Otumfo, it's been a pleasure having you. Best wishes. Replacing Otumfo is Joel Yaira Abuaje. You are welcome, Joel. All right. At this stage, I would like to invite a member of the Presec 2020 winning team to retain our trophy. Mr. Benjamin Kwansa Inketia, where are you? A pleasure seeing you, and thank you for returning the trophy. Contestants, have you seen the trophy? This is it. This is why we are here. An opportunity to lift this trophy, right? So let me encourage you to work even harder so that you can take that trophy home. All right? Best wishes to everyone. Round 4. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement is available to the 2 remaining schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 2 full points. If not, there's a penalty, 1 point. Best wishes once again. This time I'm starting with you, Prempeh College. Your statement. The first ionization potential of magnesium is lower than that of aluminium. Evans?
False.
You're right. Presbyterian Boys. Oxygen and nitrogen both have higher first ionization energies than carbon, but oxygen has a lower ionization energy than nitrogen. Joel?
It's a true statement.
It is. Keta, just like the main group elements, the first ionization energies of the transition elements decrease down each group. Right?
True. True.
No, it's a false statement. For the next set, I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Indicate whether the following are true or false with respect to the reasons why it is difficult to design a vaccine for viruses with high mutation rates, such as the cold and flu viruses. I hope you got the preamble. Once again, indicate whether the following are true or false with respect to the reasons why it is difficult to design a vaccine for viruses with high mutation rate, such as the cold and flu viruses. All right, Prempeh College. Many protein fragments are represented so that the immune system overreacts. Evans?
False.
Yes. The vaccines tend to be unstable and deteriorate over time. Joel.
English me teachers. It's a false statement.
Yes. They mutate quickly, meaning that any cures or vaccines made for a specific virus may quickly become obsolete. Lutrot.
True.
Yes. The rational number 5/8 is less than the rational number 7/11. Evans?
True.
Yes. The rational number 7/15 is less than the rational number 8/17. Joel?
It's a true statement.
Yes. The rational number 4/7 is less than the rational number 7/13. Yes, Bright?
True.
No, that's a false statement. The electrostatic field is a conservative field. Yes, Evans?
True.
Yes. The electric field is a conservative field. Joel?
Teachers. It's a true statement.
No. The Newtonian gravitational field is a conservative field. Lutrot.
True. True.
Yes. In the conversion of an alkane into an alkanol, only one hydrogen atom is lost from the molecule. Evans?
False.
Yes. In the conversion of an alkane into an alkanone, only 2 hydrogen atoms are lost from the molecule. Joel?
It's a true statement.
Yes. Keta. In the conversion of an alkane into a terminal alkanoic acid, only 3 hydrogen atoms are lost from the molecule. Lutrot?
False.
You're right. Analogous structures are structures found in different species that have similar functions resulting from natural selection. Evans?
True.
Yes. Homologous structures are structures found in different species that have similar anatomical forms resulting from a common ancestor. Joel?
It is a true statement.
Yes. An example of homologous structures are the quotation marks arms of 3 different mammals, a human, a bat, and a whale. Lutrot?
True.
Yes. For the next set, I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. For a natural number n to be divisible by 18, did you get the preamble? Again, for a natural number n to be divisible by 18, Prempeh College, it is necessary that n is divisible by 6. Evans?
True.
Yes. With the same preamble. It is sufficient that n is even and divisible by 9. Joel?
It's a true statement.
Yes. With the same preamble. It is necessary that n is divisible by 12. Yes, right?
False.
Yes. Last set of statements. Last set. Last set. Prempeh College. A hydrogen atom in the 6H state can have an orbital angular momentum quantum number of 7. Evans?
False.
Yes. Presbyterian boys. A hydrogen atom in the 6H state can have an orbital angular momentum quantum number of 6. Joel?
False, teacher. It's a false statement.
Yes. Last statement. Last statement. A hydrogen atom in the 6H state can have a magnetic quantum number of -5. Lutrot?
False. False.
No. That's a true statement. And that's the end of the 4th round.
The God Riddle Bonanza will reward teams that would solve 3 or 4 riddles in a contest correctly.
Imebo.
Hall effect.
Yes.
This prize will be reviewed upward at every stage of the competition as follows. At the preliminary stage, answering 3 riddles correctly is worth 800 Ghana cedis, while answering 4 riddles correctly is worth 1,200 Ghana cedis. At the Walate stage, answering 3 riddles correctly is worth 1,200 Ghana cedis, while answering 4 riddles correctly is worth 1,600 Ghana cedis. At the quarter-final stage, answering 3 riddles correctly is worth 1,600 Ghana cedis, while answering 4 riddles correctly is worth 2,000 Ghana cedis. At the semi-final stage, answering 3 riddles correctly is worth 2,000 Ghana cedis, while answering 4 riddles correctly is worth 2,400 Ghana cedis. At the grand finale, answering 3 riddles correctly is worth 3,200 Ghana cedis, while answering 4 riddles correctly is worth 4,000 Ghana cedis. The quest for a new NSMQ champion began in May 2021. A total of 480 senior high schools in the country balloted to compete amongst themselves in the regional qualifiers to book a place at the national championship. After a month of competitions across the country, 119 senior high schools made it to the preliminary stage of the national championship. Regional and zonal championships sponsored by Absa Bank were also organized to crown regional and zonal champions respectively. Archbishop Potter Girls Senior High School won the maiden edition of the Western Zonal Championship, which comprised schools from the Western and Western North regions. Infantsipim School emerged winners of the 3rd edition of the Central Regional Championship, while St. Peter's Senior High School clinched the Eastern Regional Championship title for the 2nd consecutive time. Reigning national champions Presbyterian Boys Secondary School were crowned champions of the Greater Accra region, also for the 2nd successive time. Tamale Senior High School won the maiden edition of the Northern Zonal Championship, which comprised schools from the Upper East, Upper West, Northern, Northeast, and the Savannah regions. Nkranza Senior High Technical School won the maiden edition of the Bono Ahafo Zonal Championship, and Keta Senior High Technical School were crowned the first ever zonal champions of the Volta Oti Zone.
End of the 4th round. Keta Senior High Technical School has 27 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School has 46 points. Prempeh College has 47 points. The contest will be decided in the 5th and final round. Round 5. At stake in this round is the Goil Riddle Bonanza. This is a reward from Goil for any school that solves 3 or 4 riddles. If you solve 3 riddles, your team will get 3,200 Ghana cedis from Goil. And if you solve all 4 riddles, you will get 4,000 Ghana cedis from Goil for your team. I hope it's attractive enough. All right, good. So obviously, in this round, we are solving riddles. When you are ready to solve the riddle, you must attract my attention by ringing your bell. May I hear your bell, Presbyterian boys? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third any clue thereafter, 3 points. As mentioned, there are 4 riddles. Best wishes, everyone. First riddle. We are a wide variety of organisms ranging from animals to plants and even microorganisms. What constitutes us is not clear and varies widely among countries, international bodies, and other communities. There has been much debate over us and the potential benefits and risks associated with us. Though the main concern with us is the lack of testing, we are seen as beneficial by many, especially people in the agricultural industry. We are organisms whose genetic materials have been altered. Yes, Eden?
Genetically modified organisms.
Yes. I was reading the 5th clue, 3 points. Next one. I am a particle with mass. I am deflected by an inhomogeneous magnetic field which can split an unpolarized beam of me into 2 beams. I am composed of 3 spin-half fractional charge particles. In the free state, I decay with a half-life. Eden?
A neutron.
Yes. I owe my existence to J.J. Thompson. We both deal with beams. While J.J. was interested in the negatively charged beam, I was interested in the positively charged beam. In my operations, positively charged units are first transformed into a beam. The beam is made to travel through a magnetic field which separates... Yes, Joel?
You are canal rays. Canal rays.
No. I continue. Positively charged units are first transformed into a beam. The beam is made to travel through a magnetic field which separates the components. Yes?
Mass spectrometer. The mass spectrometer.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Can you hear? I am a major operation or process in statistics. Like most statistical operations, I start with the collection of data. In my case, this is usually at the national level. I involve collection of information from all individuals in a population. Yes, Joel.
Population census.
You are right.
Hello, hello. Please settle down. Please settle down.
of the contest, here are the final scores. Keta Senior High Technical School has 30 points. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School has 49 points. Prempeh College has 53 points. Keta Senior High Technical School, well done. It is not easy to get into the grand finale of the National Science and Math Quiz. You've worked really hard and you've done well. You are a bronze medalist. Congratulations. Now remember, we are in the money zone. And so Absa Bank is giving you 3,000 Ghana cedis for your team. I wish you all the best in the future. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Congratulations. You did very well, and you were close, but this is not the year. I wish you the very best, and you are a silver medalist. Well done. From the money zone, Absa Bank is giving you 4,900 Ghana cedis. All the best in your endeavors. All right. Prempeh College. Congratulations on your win. It is my pleasure to declare you as champions. 2021 NSMQ champions. Congratulations, well done. Well, in the Absa Bank Money Zone, you have earned 5,300 Ghana cedis. That's not all. You also got the Prudential Life Insurance NSMQ Star, and you have earned for your team 10,000 Ghana cedis as the highest scorer from Airtel Tigo. All right? Okay. So congratulations, congratulations, and congratulations once again. Well done. Viewers, we've come to the end of another exciting NSMQ, the 2021 edition. This has been a wonderful experience, I hope, for all of our contestants and for all of you who followed us from one contest to the end. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I have a few thank yous. I would also like to thank our parents who support us, and that includes my own mommy dearest watching at home. I would like to thank the teachers who prepare the students. I thank you, quiz mistresses, for the work that you do. And I thank you, production team, those of you on stage and those of you off stage. Thank you for all the hard work. I thank you for the people who make us look beautiful every time. Haughty makeup, thank you very much. And I wish to thank especially my consultants, subject consultants. God bless you so much for the effort, for the sacrifice, for everything you do. I know sometimes you don't get the reward you want, but we thank you for all the hard work. Thank you so very much. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. The National Science and Math Quiz is proudly sponsored by the Ghana Education Service in partnership with Absa Bank and supported by Joy News, Goyle, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, Airtel Tigo, Dano Milk, Joy Industries, Kiki Juice Drink,